Good morning. So today is Monday. It's November 8th. It's already 11 o'clock in the morning, but I had a very slow restock last night. So normally I have shop restocks every other Sunday, and usually within that first hour, everything completely sells out, or the bulk of it. Now it is 11 o'clock on Monday, and still only half of my items have sold out. Now that's a mixture of things. Number one, and the biggest thing is being that recent shift in Instagram. So that combined with Etsy majorly messing up last night, people weren't seeing my listings on the Etsy shopper app. My shop was completely empty. People weren't getting confirmation emails. So a whole bunch of things. It was a horrible restock. So total bummer, but that's good for you guys. So I figured I would show you guys what it's like the day after a restock, packing everything up, getting the orders ready, and show you guys some of the downsides too, like what happens when you have a horrible restock like I did last night, and what my plan is moving forward. So if you guys want to see what it's like to be a full-time stained glass artist selling online, stay tuned and we'll get started. Alrighty guys, so the very first thing that I have to do is make cards. And before I can do that, I have to write down everybody's order and everybody's name. That way I can personalize the card, and that way I also know what to put inside the card. So each piece has a different way to clean it, take care of it, whatever. So I like to put all of that information, like my business cards, stickers, inside the card as well. So I'm going to write down every single order and what their name is. That way I can write it on the back of the card as well. I'll show you why I do that later. So everybody's order and what everybody's name is with that order. That's what I'm writing down first. Look at this, guys. This is absolutely crazy. This is my order list. That's it. Normally, this is multiple pages filled all the way out. It's crazy. Now that I've got my list ready, I can start making my card. So I'm gonna go through, figure out what color card I want to give to everybody, and start writing out their individual note. Okay guys, so here is the example. So again, we have my envelope here. On the back of the envelope, I wrote the piece that they ordered and their name. I wrote out a specific card for them, and then the inside is cleaning and care instructions for that specific piece that they ordered, as well as my business card and a sticker. That's all gonna go inside the envelope and sealed up. So I close it shut just like a normal envelope, but I am going to go in and seal with a actual stamp sealer once we have them all written out. So that's how I do each individual card. Now I'm just going to do that for the rest of all the orders. Okay, so I've got all my cards done. The last thing I have to do is seal them with a wax seal. And I used to do it the old way by literally lighting one of those spoons and melting the wax and then pouring it on. But I just discovered a way faster and easier way to do it. So they make sealing wax for hot glue guns. So literally you just put the sealing wax stick in the glue gun just like a normal glue stick and it melts it so much quicker. This has literally cut down the time of making cards immensely. Like I said, it would take me from like 8 a.m. till past noon to get the cards done before, and a huge portion of that time was melting the wax. Now I don't have to wait. I can literally just do each one right after the other. Okay guys, so as you can see here, I am just finishing up making my cards, sealing them all, and then we're going to jump right into packing up the orders. I unfortunately lost a clip of explaining exactly how I do that, so I'm just going to talk you through it in a voiceover. So essentially what I'm doing is just going right down my list one at a time, keeping everything in order in which the orders were placed. So first order place is the first order I'm packing up, obviously making sure the correct card with the correct name and description is on it. That way when I lay that piece back down behind me, everything is in order. There's no way to mess that up, no way to ship the wrong thing to the wrong person. Everything is labeled. Beyond everything being labeled, everything is in the correct order. So even if somehow I forgot to write down the name on a card, I can go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orders down my line, go right to my list, see which order it is and what piece was ordered. Does that make sense? So I'm just going right down the list, packing everything up, and it's hard to describe how to package best. The only thing I can say is give it strength. Be generous with the bubble wrap, generous with the packing peanuts, and you'll be okay. 5 years ago when I first started this, I definitely broke a few pieces, unfortunately, but I did learn very, very quickly what works and what doesn't. I don't have any international orders this restock. I do package those a little bit differently, but you'll learn very, very quickly what works and what doesn't. If you're generous with the bubble wrap, you're going to be fine. So we're just going to finish packing all these orders up, then box them. Okay guys, so it is now 4 o'clock and more orders are starting to come in. So I think because of the unique situation of what happened last night and this restock going south, I think I'm going to wait. So like I said, normally I will stay up from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. to make sure that I get all of these orders out first thing Tuesday morning. I take pride in shipping all of my orders as fast as possible. But because of what happened, I think I'm gonna wait and just give it one more night to see all of the other orders that come in. That way I can get them packaged first thing tomorrow morning and hopefully still get all of these orders out tomorrow. So that means we're gonna have to pause because I don't wanna start boxing all of these up until I'm ready to start boxing everything that I'm actually going to ship tomorrow up. Does that make sense? So we're gonna put a pause on this. I've already packed up all of the original orders that were placed, and we're just gonna wait until tomorrow morning and see what other orders come in, and I will meet up back with you guys in the morning. Good morning! I am back in the same outfit for the sake of, I cannot remember this word, not consistency. Oh God. If you know what word I'm talking about, drop it down in the comments. Okay. Anyways, back in the same outfit, got a few more pieces to pack up, so I'm just gonna do that really quick. Then we can finally get into actually boxing them up and printing out the labels. So I'm just gonna wrap these last few pieces real quick. Okay, so we are officially done wrapping everything the way I like to wrap it. Now we have to box everything up. So before I can do that, I like to clear out my area because this stuff I'm not going to need anymore, and I add a whole bunch of extra stuff into most packages. Those little things is what makes a difference. So I'm going to stack up all of those little extras right here, clear this area, pick out all the different size boxes. So now 4 years, 5 years into this, I can look at the package and I know what size box I need. So I'm going to look at all of my packages, which are right behind you guys, and I'm going to see what box size goes with each one, lay them all out, and then just start boxing each one up. And as I box each one up, On the outside of the box, I'm going to write the person's name and what is inside the box, again, to make sure nothing gets mixed up. Now we're ready to go. Gonna grab that first piece, gonna grab my 6x6x6 box and pack it up. Okay, so this part is going to be tricky to show you guys because I can't show you people's full names and addresses. I'm not going to do that. So I'm getting ready to print all the labels. And when you open up your orders and shipping section, you can select which orders you want to ship out of all of your current orders. So obviously I'm going to select them all. And because we have our list here, we know that we have people that have ordered multiple things. So with my little symbols, I know that instead of printing a label for both of these orders, I'm going to get rid of one and refund shipping on that order and just make a little note letting them know that that piece has shipped inside another box with their other order. Does that make sense? So this notepad comes in handy for so many different reasons. So this is going to allow me to go through here and click off each order that is a double and let me know where I need to refund and where I need to make notes. So I'm going to do just that. So I've already selected all of my orders and now I'm ready to ship. So all I have to do is click the ones that I want to actually make labels for and hit get shipping labels. It's really easy. It's literally self-explanatory. I know it seems like it's super overwhelming, because it can be. There's a lot of information, but if you just sit back, take a second, and just really focus on what's in front of you, it's totally self-explanatory. You just plug everything in and print out your labels. I know it feels overwhelming. It felt really overwhelming for me when I first started years ago, but it's truly super simple. They make it as easy as possible for you. Plug all of your information in and you purchase the label. It's as simple as that. Tape it to your box and drop it off at USPS. And you're good to go, or FedEx, wherever you're bringing it. So the more you ship, the more you're going to figure out ways to make it as cheap as possible. So if it's under £1, you use this shipping method. If it's over £5, you want to use a flat rate. If it's going from US to Australia, you only really have one option, or it's going to be super expensive. But there's so many little things that you will learn just the more you ship. It really just takes practice and getting to know this whole area and getting to know the shipping carriers. There's too much information for me to sit down and try to explain every little thing for you guys. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You plug it in, pick the cheapest option, or pick whatever option you specifically want. Like say it's something particularly delicate, you want to make sure you're using priority mail, maybe even express overnight, because the longer it's in shipping, the more of a chance it is it's going to break. Now again, knock on wood, I haven't had a piece break in years and years, and that's because I've got my shipping down to a science. So just be smart about it, pay attention. The more you practice, the more you use these websites, the more you'll get to know them and the easier it will become. So I'm going to get everybody's labels ready and print them out, and then we can tape them to the box, and we're just about done with this restock. Alrighty guys, all shipping labels are printed out and ready to go. So I just have to cut them out and just simply lay them on top of each box. And because I keep everything in perfect order, I can just go boom, boom, boom right down the line. Obviously quadruple checking the right label is going on the right box, and because we have everything written absolutely everywhere on these packages, we know which label goes with which box, no doubt. So we're just going to tape these to the boxes and drop them off at the post office, and then I can relax for a few days. And by relax for a few days, I mean non-stop work, either on glass stuff, custom works, because I am taking a few customs nowadays, or working on YouTube. So yeah. Alrighty guys, we are ready to go. Okay, so I just dropped off, oh, Copyright. So I just dropped off all of my packages, and I literally think that's the first time I've ever been asked what I do. She's like, what do you sell? I am stopped at the grocery store because my husband wants some applesauce for dinner. So I'm just going to run in, grab some applesauce, and then go home. And like I said, I can actually relax. I mean, I'm getting, oh, I forgot to tell you guys this. So my anything in stained glass order is coming in today. So you guys haven't even seen the video of shopping for that stained glass yet. That will be posted next or before this, I'm not sure. Maybe it will be, but posting a video shopping for the actual stained glass, and then we're going to review all of the stained glass. Again, shopped at anything in stained glass, so that package is coming in today. I'm going to try to not film, just so at least I can get like a half a day break. It's already 1:30, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. That package is coming in today at the grocery store now. Gonna grab some applesauce and then go back home. Letting out the dogs, dropped off packages, so we're done. So I think that's it for today's video. And like I said, guys, I got a video coming up, online stained glass shopping from anything in stained glass, so stay tuned for that. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video if you did. Comment down below, let me know what do you want to see next, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.